What's up guys, welcome to my channel. Over here we talk about tips and tricks of how to care for your natural hair or locks in hopes of you being confident and being able to rock your natural hair. You clicked on this video because you probably want to know how to maintain your locks. Maybe you're newer to your lock journey or continuing your lock journey and want to know ways that you can keep your locks healthy. In today's video, I'm going to simplify my routine into 3 different parts. This is a routine that has been working very well for me for the last 1 year. I've seen a lot of growth and it's pretty simple. Part of the reason why I chose to get locks on my hair is because I didn't want to have a routine that would take too much time out of my day. It doesn't mean that I'm neglecting my hair. I've been able to put together this routine that can help me maintain my locks without taking too much time out of my schedule. I'm gonna jump right into the 3 different things. The first thing that you want to make sure you're doing is you're cleansing your hair. If you're earlier on in your lock journey or just starting, I wouldn't recommend washing your hair as frequently as you would if you're more advanced in your lock journey. Reason being, you don't want your locks to unravel. You don't want every time you're going for a retwist that you're retwisting your hair. You want to give your hair enough time to actually lock. I use a clarifying shampoo to wash my hair. Reason why I always advocate for a clarifying shampoo is you don't want something that has moisture in it. With the clarifying shampoo, it gets all the dirt, all the buildup out of your locks, ensuring that your hair is clean. I use Castile soap to wash my hair. That is my preferred shampoo. However, there are different shampoos that you can use that are clarifying shampoos. Some examples is the Neutrogena clarifying shampoo. Suave has a clarifying shampoo. I take my time as I am cleansing my hair. When I'm in the shower, I'm really focusing on the scalp. This year, I've focused a lot on scalp health. I do have an apple cider vinegar tutorial on how to clean your scalp and a scalp scrub tutorial on how to clean your scalp as well. Do check those out if you're interested in ways to get rid of that extra buildup or dryness or itchiness that you might be experiencing on your scalp, because it does happen. So make sure that you're cleansing your hair. Where I am in my journey right now, I'm washing my hair about once a week, sometimes every 2 weeks. It really depends on what's going on with my hair. If I have any reason that I feel like I need to wash my hair, I go ahead and do it. When I first started my lock journey, I thought that I wouldn't have to wash my hair as often. At that point, I was washing it maybe like once a month or once every few months. I would recommend that you try washing your hair more frequently as your hair begins to lock. It becomes like a form of self-care, and it really ensures that your hair is clean. Clean hair is healthy hair. Another tip on how to clarify your scalp in between retwists is to use witch hazel. I use witch hazel on my scalp. If I don't want to wash my hair or I'm low on time, I will take a cotton pad and just put some witch hazel on it, and I will go through my scalp and just try to get rid of the excess oil, excess buildup, excess dirt, especially around your edges. If you are a person who uses edge control, this will be a really helpful method in making sure that your locks and your edges are clean. With locks, you want to make sure that you are staying on top of clarifying and cleansing and keeping them clean, because it's really easy for you to have buildup. And once that buildup gets to a point of accumulating so much, it becomes tougher to get rid of. And quite honestly, it doesn't look so good on the hair. So you want to make sure that you're cleansing your hair. The second thing that is important for you in maintaining your locks is moisturizing your hair. There are a lot of products that are marketed to us that claim to add moisture to your hair. This is where you're gonna really have to take some time to do some research. Everybody's hair is different, but there's some things that are pretty much the same for most of us. Water is a moisturizer. I'm gonna say that again. Water is a moisturizer. You wanna make sure that you're using water in your hair. For me, every morning and every night, I'm spraying my hair and my scalp with water. That does it for me. I do use oils because my scalp does need a little bit of something. There are some people who use only water. I also use rose water on my hair. Again, this is something that I'll use in the morning or in the evening or both at times, just to make sure that my hair is maintaining that moisture. From time to time, I will add oils into my hair. During my wash routine, after I'm done washing it, I will go ahead with some type of oil and put it towards the ends of my hair just to make sure that they don't look dry, they don't look dull. Sometimes I'll put some on my scalp, really depending on what is in that oil, but you want to stay away from grease or butters, things that are heavier. Reason being they tend to cause a lot of buildup in the locks. However, what I will always say when it comes to all of these tips, do what works for you. If you find that hair grease works well for your scalp, go ahead and do it. You know, our locks are very different. Our hair is very different. We all have different conditions. So really just take time to learn about what works for you. But for me personally, on my lock journey, I've tried to focus more on more natural approach to taking care of my locks using more natural ingredients. Another way that you can moisturize your scalp or your hair is to make sure that you are drinking water. I talked about spraying water on top of your hair, but it's just as effective to make sure that you're getting enough water intake. Moisturized hair is healthy hair. Just like I said, clean hair is healthy hair. The reason why you want to make sure that you're maintaining that moisture is when your hair becomes dry, it ends up being brittle, and that's when you start to see that breakage. When your hair is moisturized, it's more elastic and you're less prone to having breakage in your hair. This is a tip for you. Learn about different oils and their effects on your hair. Whether you're using jojoba oil or almond oil or olive oil, don't just use oils for the sake of oils. I know the natural hair community has shared a lot of information about oils, which they are great, but you want to be empowered as you're caring for your hair. You don't just want to put things on your hair because somebody said that you should put it on your hair. For example, castor oil is a great oil, but for me personally, it's a little bit too thick for the rest of my hair. So how I use it is just on my edges, just to make sure that I'm growing back those edges. I do have to be careful with it because sometimes it causes a little bit more buildup than I would like. The last thing that I want to talk about is the importance of protecting your hair. This is important as a natural, but it's even more important as a person who is locked. Why is this? Because lint. We get lint in our locks. And what is lint? Build up in your locks, really tough to get rid of. You want to make sure that you're protecting your hair just to avoid that. I protect my hair two different ways. I use a bonnet whenever I'm sleeping. I prefer to use the ones with a thicker headband only because I don't want too much friction on my edges and I want to protect those edges. Another thing that you can use is a silk scarf. This is an example of a silk scarf that you can use. The reason why we use silk is because it's less rough on the hair. Cotton tends to absorb the oil. So if you put oil in your hair, you don't want it to absorb into the cotton bandana. But if you don't have anything else, as long as you're protecting your hair, that'll be better. Part of protecting too that I don't want to miss out on is you want to make sure that you have low manipulation styles. You don't want to pull on your locks because then you will risk them breaking due to thinning, or you will risk having traction alopecia in the perimeter of your hair. This is definitely a mistake that I made in the beginning, especially when I was so eager to try different styles. I was putting my hair in tight ponytails, tight buns. Part of protecting your hair is really making sure that your styles are not putting too much tension on your locks and that you're not experiencing that breakage. That's all there is to the routine. In between retwists, you might be trying out different styles, but the basic care for locks is moisturizing, cleansing, and protecting. Take time to really research and learn. Simplify your routine. The easier your routine is to maintain, the more likely you are to stick to it, and really be careful about not buying into fads or different things that are out there. Of course, it's good to try different things, but just be careful with different things that you're trying on your hair because you don't want to risk damaging your locks. So that's all I have. If you have any questions, please leave them at the comment below. If this is content that you're interested in, I would encourage you to subscribe for more content like this. I also share visual images of my lock journey on Instagram. So head over to Instagram and follow me at Unaltered Laura. Otherwise, I will see you on the next one.